Alright everybody, this is Nick from thearcadehunters.com, checking in on the 4th floor of the Contemporary Hotel here in Walt Disney World, checking out the game station. I was recently here back in April, but wanted to check in and show you what's been going on, where that gentleman is standing over there where they have a Guitar Hero Speed of Light over there. There was the prize counter, and for those of you that have not seen our videos, there are these people that were trying to escape Florida's gambling laws by doing what they call senior arcades, where they would have kind of weird machines that would pay out with, let's say like a Publix gift card for food shopping and stuff like that. So the problem with the law that they put in to curb that was they said no machine can award a prize over 75 cents or more, which pretty much outlaws pretty much even gumball machines. So Disney didn't want to really be a part of it, so all of the redemption games left, and the arcade at the Pizza Planet and the one in Tomorrowland closed. But thankfully some of the arcades are still here. There is an attendant here. Maybe I can say hello. Not the attendant that I know. Fruit Ninja FX. We have Teeter Totter Castle. Oh, it is one of the attendants. So what's really cool about this is, see on the bottom of the machines here, it says if it's broken, we'll fix it. So there's a website called arcadetracker.com. If you scan it with a QR code, it will take you to this website. For each game has a... You're messing with my Zen thing, man. Let me save my friend's name on it. Nope. So what they do is it'll take you to a website and it'll say what is wrong with the game. So the last time I came, I did it for Afterburner Climax. One of the things was not working. When I got here, the machines were very dirty, and I said these games need some TLC. It's very dirty, and guess what? They went and they cleaned them. Thank you very much for listening. Unfortunately, but that's just where the ball lands, over in the back. I've seen this with every Tron where the yellow is. Never use a bright color on these pinball machines because they'll make a big mess. So here's Avengers that came in. This is a Pro model. What was funny was this game actually came in one of the days that we came a few years ago. So it was brand new right out of the box. I was one of the first people that played it. And unfortunately with Avengers, been having this is just a beast to maintain with a lot of air balls. As you can see, you might be able to see him, unfortunately, with the glare, but Hulk's arms are shoved up because of just how much of a problem he is knocking the ball around. You have Steve Ritchie's Elvis Presley, the machine. Now, I've said this before about Elvis, but it's supposed to be a 4-flipper game with the 2 flippers on the bottom, 1 on the top, but there's supposed to be 1 over here. One of the attendants was telling me that they had a new technician that came in and he wired the flipper incorrectly, and it blew out the motor. And when they asked, they said, hey, we need to buy a new flipper, and they said, how much is it? And they told them how much the new flipper was, and they said, yeah, we're not going to replace that. So either you run it without a flipper, or you get rid of the game. And the guys wanted to keep the game because, Elvis Presley, the Elvis game, it's a decent game. You rarely ever see it in many arcades. So, and I've said it before, even without that extra flipper, it plays better than most Elvis machines I've seen. Pirates of the Caribbean is still here. Unfortunately, with this and a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean, especially Pirates of the Caribbean on location, the ship, the main toy of the game, does not work. You can go through it, it will register, but you're not going to get the ship sinking into the playfield, which is a shame because it's really cool. But it can definitely tell that they cleaned this game because, being a yellow playfield, it gets really dirty. Now, the Star Wars Episode 1, I'm pretty sure this was one of the ones over in Tomorrowland. They used to have a Star Wars Episode 1, and I think they moved it here. So it's nice to see that they did move it over here, and maybe with Force Awakens we'll see it again. And every time I see Star Wars Episode 1, I just think of what a waste of Liam Neeson. My God, I love that man. More ways than one. It's my man crush Monday. So we got Namco 20-year reunion, class of 81, Ms. Pac-Man and Galaga. And yes, if you put a modified Konami code in, you'll be able to play the regular edition of Pac-Man. The Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong Jr. triple play unit. And unfortunately, that's the way Mario looks when you're playing on a vertical screen. Does not look good. Seawolf is here, and you'll see because of the law. Yeah, amusement play only. But the Seawolf game is a lot of fun. One of the other hotels you'll be seeing in the video has Seawolf Second Mission, which is also a lot of fun. Definitely play it. From the Retrocade Classic Collection, Cosmo Dog LTD. Never heard of these guys, but yes, this is the Centipede Missile Command and Millipede triple play unit. This is the later one that they released with another game on it called Let's Go Bowling. So you get 4 games all in one. Hummer Extreme Edition is still here. And I've said before about Hummer is I've only seen the upgrade module of Extreme Edition. I've never seen the original. Fast and Furious from Raw Thrills made an absolute killing with this license. Great job from Eugene Jarvis and all those guys in Chicago. Dead Heat from Namco, which is just plain Namco, even though they were Namco Bandai. And now they're Bandai Namco Games. So a lot of fun. You get of course, you can put your phone number in or whatever code you want. You know, it all started with some of the other stuff. Got updated graphics, but it still runs really friggin' choppy as NASCAR Team Racing from Global VR. You know, other than being able to play as your favorite racers in, you know, licensed NASCAR tracks, I'd rather play the original Daytona, which came out almost 20 years ago. This kid's having fun. H2 Overdrive from Specular. Fortunately, it does not have a second model, second unit, I should say, because what they do to entice players is this game has achievement features. So you can go through and you can actually earn credits and stuff like that if you play with another player, but you can't do it here. Nyrin, I'm pretty sure this is how we pronounce it. I've only ever seen this game here from 2008, and this is when it was Namco Bandai. Yeah, these kids are enjoying it. Tam Tank Tank. I love this game. More fun in the arcade than it is at home. Typhoon, the Motion Ride, Star Wars Racer from Episode 1, one of the only good things to come out of Episode 1. And yes, a lot of people have been saying, hey, have they been doing LCD conversions? Yes, a lot of these Sega games have had LCD conversions, so this one is running on a Vizio instead of the normal CRT monitor. This one's back up and running as Super Alpine Racer. When I first got here, it wasn't running. Very great game from, as you can see, Bandai Namco Games. There it is, it's Bandai Namco Games. Squid Spies for the kids. Throw some balls. Thank you everybody from here for keeping this game, F-Zero AX. It's still here, still running. Fortunately, it looks like the screen's starting to ghost, but, you know, that's one thing that people were complaining about when they actually see this game. It just looks like an old, they just swapped the CRT monitor and instead of kind of like molding it around it, but I'm not going to complain. It's F-Zero in the arcade where it should be. Fun game. I love it. Afterburner Climax. We miss you, Sega AM2. I love this game. Thankfully, like I was saying with that arcade tracker, they did listen and they fixed the flight yoke. It wasn't able to bank right hard on it. It was a pain in the ass. You couldn't play it. Winter X Games Snowcross from Raw Thrills. Another game that's been doing really good. It's got a funny thing you can throw snowballs at people. A lot of fun. Star Wars Trilogy Arcade from Sega, running on a Vizio. So it looks kind of pixelated. I don't know why. It never looked like that in the original. Super Bikes 2. So you can see, yes, they lost the Fast and Furious license. So I'm pretty sure the first Fast and Furious was called Fast and Furious Super Bikes. They don't have it anymore, so there you go. Tokyo Cop is unfortunately out of order, probably because of the CRT. But like I've said, if you want to play a game where you're a cop running down perpetrators, you got to play Chase Headquarters. Blazing Angels, Squadrons of World War I, or World War II. Pretty much one of my favorites from Global VR. I like this game. It's a lot of fun. Any game where you can dogfight is always fun for me. See right there, Fast and Furious Supercars 1 did have the upgrade model for Supercars 2. Twisted Stunt Racing. from Global VR and Seed Game. One time I've seen this game, it was actually had a Windows error on it, had a blue screen of death. Now, I don't know if it's just because I played it at DisneyQuest, but for some reason, like, it's got like a nitro boost button, and when I was playing it at DisneyQuest, it was unlimited, so there was really no challenge in the game, and it's kind of a shame because this game's got some really nice looking tracks and stuff like that, but the game runs insanely choppy, and I mean, you're watching this on hopefully a 60 frame per second video, and it's just very, very choppy looking. I mean, between like Twisted and the NASCAR game, it really takes the cake of being very choppy. And you know, I go back to the standard of Daytona, and that game looked fantastic, and it's almost 25 years old now, almost 30 years old now. Here's the Target Toss Pro. Usually from Incredible Technologies. Great game, you see this in the bars a lot. Fun game, I like it. Pump It Up NX2. Not the most current version of Pump, but people still play it, people still like it. Ice Bowl. There you go, the kids. There's Temple Run over there. Subway Surfers from Cybo Games. This game has been coming into some of the arcades. Another endless runner. This one, you use a joystick. On Temple Run, it uses a trackball. You get the Chameleon Paradise. It looks like the one with the chicken where you punch it. Kitty Cruising. Got to talk about this game. I'm doing a lot of business here for Doodle Jump. Very nice. Fun game from Mothrills. And Ice, doing good. I get the ladies on camera. Speed of Light from Namco. Got Guitar Hero. Fortunately, someone threw the guitar on the ground. I like how they use the arcade. Looks like it's from Defender. The Pirate's Hook. Oh, it looks like someone wanted to get in on. Wow, this looks exactly. Wow. This is God, I'm blanking on the name of the other game, but yeah, people will scream at me what the name of the game is. But finally, Super Monkey Ball Ticket Blitz is here. I'm gonna go outside so I can talk. So, this is how I can tell they're getting rid of the arcades, folks. Because see how they have the recharge stations? You can insert a credit card, you can insert cash. Yeah, these are Magic Bands. Now, everything in Disney has pretty much been converted to Magic Bands, where, you know, I can just go like this, and I would scan my Magic Band, and it would take the money right off my hotel charge. But, you know, they're not doing it on the arcade cards, so I'm pretty sure that that's a good indication that they're going to be getting rid of the arcades. You know, it is cool that they do still offer them in the hotel game rooms. There's my high score. Very nice. So I'm going to get going. I got to go to DisneyQuest. I got to go catch the bus. We're on the 4th floor of DisneyQuest. We all missed the original when it was on the 1st floor, but, you know, not many people playing arcade games, unfortunately, at some of these places. You know, when you think of how high price it is to get here and spend time, all the money, last thing you're thinking about is going to the arcade and playing video games. So there it is, the game station up on the 4th floor of the Contemporary. Definitely check them out if you are in Walt Disney World. Some of my favorite pinball tables are here. So once again, I'm Nick from the Arcade Hunters. Thanks you for watching.